your farm produce the most. So she learned it so well that when Benjamin was born, she basically became the teacher to Benjamin Banneker. So Benjamin Banneker didn't have much of a schooling. I think he stopped in the 8th grade and then just started on his own. So this young brother then, Benjamin Banneker, has so much of this doggone wisdom that the first thing he did was to build this 4-phase clock. 4-phase clock with only one engine, brother. One engine was running the 4 clocks, giving giving times of New York, giving times of Europe, giving times, 4 different time zones. Was giving 4 different time zones from 1 clock. This is a person with just 8th grade education. And then on top of that, you talk about the theory of relativity. Where it was Benjamin Banneker that started talking about relativity 200 years before Albert Einstein. Now, who talks about Benjamin Banneker? Which physics book mentions Benjamin Banneker? Nobody. You see, this Dogon man was talking about the theory of relativity 200 years before Albert Einstein. Who knows? Albert Einstein must have got information about what Benjamin Banneker was saying and then stole it and then made it his own. And then still, he messed up on it. You see? So, Benjamin Banneker, on top of that, brother, he was chosen to be one of those that designed the map of, I think it was in Virginia, so Columbia, where you call D.C. now, District of Columbia, where the White House is. So he was the one that did the survey, and the thing about it is, which people don't know, is that Benjamin Banneker put a code inside the development of that land where you have the White House today. He put a code in it. Yeah, he did. He did, brother. That's a power of the Dogon, brother. I'm telling you this. And I'm coming back to this 1992 scenario here, where the Dogon, did the last ceremony. I'm coming back to that. But here, Benjamin Banneker put a code inside this plan for the White House. What do you have today, brother? A black president. Well, Barack Obama we may think he's not doing much for the black race, but you know what? There's a code that brought him into power. A code. And so we don't know, what the next step is going to be. But it was a code by Mr. Banneker that brought Barack Obama to power. And that's the reason why it had to be a black man that did that survey, and so today you have a black president. Now let me go to the 1992 Dogon ceremony. When the Dogon made that ceremony in 1992, they say, well, this is going to be our last ceremony. We're not going to have any more ceremonies. People were asking, well, why? What's going to happen? The Dogon said, there's going to be a cataclysmic event on this planet within the next 60 years, because the ceremony takes place once every 60 years. That's when the series trajectory intersects, comes through an intersection point where they cross each other. They say, we're not going to do the ceremony again. They say, well, why? So they're going to say there's going to be a cataclysmic event, and it won't be pretty. It won't be pretty. It will really create so much chaos on the planet that nothing will work. So we have done, 1992, 2002, 10 years. We're going 20 years now. So let's look within the next 30, 40 years, brother. Something is going to happen on this planet that will completely create a great mass shift, where you will see the northern hemisphere become the southern hemisphere. It's just going to be so much an electromagnetic shift that your electricity won't work, your car won't drive. Everything that has been put on this planet by the European is going to fail. So that's the end of the European civilization right there. That's what the Dogon we are saying. The end of the European civilization is here now. So let people begin to have an understanding about how to begin to prepare ourselves for the transition, because this transition is not too far away now. I don't care how many new bombers they are putting together. I don't care how many new technologies are coming. The Dogon said it in 1992. There is going to be such a mass shift that everything that is electromagnetically operated will not work. And now, when this era comes into being, the era of Aquarius. It's going to bring a whole new frequency to the planet. And so humanity that we exist through this, we have to be able to deal with this new frequency. In other words, if we have been functioning on light wave frequencies, we are going to be functioning beyond those now. So we are now looking at something that you might call as gamma ray thinking. So our thinking is going to be so much more advanced that you don't need anything mechanical at all to do anything, which is the beauty of it, brother. Because when we get to that point, people are going to be living to be up to 1,000 years. And I tell people, I say, this coming year, June, I'll be 63. So I tell people I'm going to be 762, a couple of weeks ago. Now I'm going to be 763 years before I die. That's how sure I am. And brother, I don't know how old you are, but you better begin telling yourself that you're going to add another 700, 800 years to your age, brother, because you got to get ready, because the new coming is going to be beautiful. And in this new coming, the way that this is going to work, you'll be sitting right there, like I was saying, this how the Africans were doing it 800,000 years ago during the Paleolithic era. They are sitting down there and then talking to you as if you are talking on the telephone. Where here, what's going to happen now is I will get up here, brother, like right now. I just use right there in New York, in your house. I'll be sitting right there by you. You say, well, hey, you were in California a second ago, yeah. Then I say, okay, brother, now just get ready. Let's go to Freetown. We cross 5,000 miles. There we are in a matter of microseconds. So this is how the new communication is going to happen. You will not need any technology. And then let's go back again to Kemet. Talking about Imhotep putting up those 70,000 ton blocks. Okay, how did they do it? The power of concentration, brother, and because of the fact that everything comes from this cosmogonic universe has dynamics. Every atom is in motion. So when you tap into the motion of an atom, then you are able to make it shift or to make it sit still. So Imhotep and all those high priests then in Kemet had the power to tap into the dynamics of rocks, so that now, instead of having something that was weighing 70,000 tons or so, whatever it was, now they were able to make that thing weigh 7 ounces.
Wow.
See? Yeah, they had the means to make it weigh 7 ounces. You see, so so in other words, they took matter and then reversed its ability to back to mass and then back to flux, just like we were saying in terms of the Dogon cosmogonic formula. You go first from waves, then you go to flux, then you go to mass, then you go to matter. Now they took matter and then reversed it. You take matter and then you go back to mass, because mass has no shape, and so you don't want to do that. So you go back into the atom of the rock and then make it back into flux form. So once it is in flux form, it is just half a wave, so it becomes very light. That's what it is, brother. So there is just so much that we have to keep learning. And, no matter who tries to stop us, we have to just keep on giving this information to people, because people are hungry, brother. People are calling me every day. I'm getting contact forms every day. People are asking how to improve themselves. How can I do this? Well, it's very simple. It's very simple. The same numbers that are there in the cosmogonic universe is what you have to use to improve yourself. And that's why I have the Dogon meditation. The Dogon meditation is nothing but numbers. Every Sunday, tomorrow Sunday, people can go and then listen. We are going. In fact, we have a special guest tomorrow. She's a 69-year-old lady. She's going to be on the show tomorrow, who will be talking about some of our experiences. And brother, you know what? I am inviting you, man. Those 2 radio programs. Anytime you want to be there, brother, the door is open for you. So you just call me and say, hey, Mama, I want to be on there tomorrow. Okay? So you be there, brother.
I appreciate that, brother. And the same goes for Occult Science Radio. Consider this home. Anytime you want to visit us, all you have to do is call me. Okay? But the switchboard is lit up, Professor, and